Hi everyone, welcome to Urban Outdoor Adventures. We're on the Niagara River, it's January, and we're fishing for trout. Stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss this.
Urban Outdoor Adventures, teaching anglers and outdoor enthusiasts when, where, and how.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. We're down here on the Niagara River this week. I'm here with a good friend of mine, John Bertram. Thanks for bringing me out, mate.
Hey, no problems.
John is going to be the captain today because you fish down here quite a bit,
Quite
right?
a bit, yeah.
We're going to be drifting the Niagara River for rainbow trout, lake trout, whatever we get, basically. Hopefully, some of those big steelhead, though.
For sure. We got a beautiful day. Weather's nice. Winds aren't too bad right now.
Yeah.
I think we should have a good day.
Stay tuned. It's going to be a great show.
This week on Urban Outdoor Adventures, Sean and John Bertram target winter trout on the Niagara River. The Niagara River is located in Ontario. Its furious journey starts at Lake Erie, eventually emptying into the southwest end of Lake Ontario, only 15 kilometers downstream from Niagara Falls. At a mere 12,000 years old, this is a relatively young river by geological standards. Sean and John headed down to Queenston the night before their trip and booked into the South Landing Inn. Queenston is located a mere 10-minute drive from Niagara Falls and only 1.5 hours from Toronto. Simply take the QEW west towards Hamilton to exit 38B, then follow the signs to Queenston. The South Landing Inn is owned and operated by the Szabo family and offers affordable and comfortable motel-type accommodations, many with breathtaking views of the river. For those looking for a light breakfast prior to hitting the water, the Szabos offer a cozy dining room on site that caters exclusively to guests. The inn is nestled at the top of the hill overlooking the river and is a mere 2 minutes from the launch ramp. The Queenston launch is convenient and accessible. It's also the only available public launch. Sean recommends getting there early to beat the crowds. You may observe shore anglers as you launch your boat, so please exercise etiquette. When heading out on the river in winter, please exercise extreme caution. A survival suit is a must. Fast currents and treacherous whirlpools make the Niagara River a potentially dangerous body of water. This week's target species are rainbow and brown trout. Other popular sport fish species available on the Niagara River are lake trout, muskie, smallmouth bass, and walleye. For more information on subjects featured in today's show, log on to our website.
I see you got the spaghetti on the screen there, eh?
Yeah, we definitely got some waypoints. We've done this drift a few times. So what we're going to do is pull in here, nice tight to shore. Water's a little bit dirtier this morning, so try to keep it in tight, and we should be able to get a couple drifts going from here.
Yeah, looks like you know what you're doing, mate.
We're good. Pretty much a vertical presentation. You want to get that line just on a slight angle going out, away from the boat, just like we've got it here. Looks good. You can feel that weight just taking off the bottom. Yeah. When that weight takes off the bottom, there's a fish right there.
Oh, beautiful, mate. Oh, that didn't take long, did it?
I told you it didn't take long. Just a little guy this morning.
Hey, I'll tell you what, for the first drift, 10 seconds into fishing, I'll take it. Where is he? There he is.
Little brown.
Little brown, look at that.
There you go. That's a nice
beautiful little fish, eh? Let me grab some pliers there for you. I got some in the bag here.
See it right there?
Where is it? Yeah, I got him. Right there. I got him. Perfect. Beautiful
nice
little brown.
Get the morning started. There you go. No,
good stuff.
I didn't bring us a rag. Okay, we're good to go here. Let me cast out. I'm just going to get it upriver. You just cast slightly to your left. Slightly to your left.
Over there.
So what we're doing here is we're just getting set up. Got the boat in the right position. The key here is get the boat in a good position where you can just drift.
So it's almost a vertical presentation.
It's definitely a vertical presentation. You should have the line just on a slight angle out towards the front of the boat. And what you want to do is you just want to start to feel that bottom. You're going to feel it kind of ticking off the bottom.
Yeah.
And you just kind of lift it. Once you feel it, just lift it up a little bit, reel up a little line until you get that right feel.
Because you don't want that slinky actually laying on the bottom, right? It's gonna
Exactly.
get
You just
snagged
want it
up.
just coming right off the top of those
On the
rocks.
bottom end of that slinky, just bounce in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I like to do is just lower the rod tip down a little bit,
Yeah.
feel the bottom, and then you know
Yeah.
you're good. And then when you feel that fish take, all you got to do is just lift that rod straight up.
Yeah.
Easy to set, no problem. The biggest mistake most people make down here is they tend to drift too fast.
Yeah.
And you really got to be on the trolling motor. It's key. Keep the boat moving in the right direction and keep it
Yeah.
at the right pace. This is generally a pretty good spot right in through here. You start feeling it.
How's the fishing been down here, John?
It's been good when the weather's been good. The river's been dirty a lot this winter, and
Yeah.
it really makes for tough fishing. If you can get some clear water when the days clear up, the fish has been on fire.
What a gorgeous day, though, eh? January, and it's going up to what,
I
5,
think
6
it's gonna be
degrees?
5, 6 degrees today. All the snow's gone from
Yeah.
the weekend, and
I mean, they were calling for -6 this morning. It actually turned out to be about 2 degrees when we came out here today, and you can't ask for better weather than this in January, middle of January. Unbelievable. You're showing me up here today, mate. I'm gonna
got
clear
one
this.
there.
I'm gonna clear this line out the way.
Yeah, they're just gonna let it just. Yeah, got a lot of head shaking going on there.
This looks like a good
Right
fish.
up underneath the boat.
Want me to get on that motor?
It's a dark one.
Yeah, I'll get
Really
down here.
dark.
Give you some good head shakes there.
Definitely. Slide it right up and into the net.
That was right along that drift there where you said it dropped off, right?
Yeah, right on the edge.
There we go.
There you go. Nice job.
I'll just keep him over the side here.
That's fine. You got the pliers, sir? Grab it right there, and it just pop
Right in
out
the
just
corner
like
of the
that.
mouth, eh?
Just pop right out of there.
Look at that. Let's show the viewers. What a pretty fish that is. Nice
Nice
dark
colors.
colors. Female, right?
Yeah, little female.
Yeah.
She's full of eggs.
And what we'll do, rather than touch her, is we'll just put it
Drop
back
her.
in the net. These rubber nets are great for that, eh? You take the
Perfect.
slime off and just
Look
let
at
her
it. There she goes.
swim away.
Good job, man.
Good job, buddy.
There you go.
So there are some fish in this river,
There
right?
you go.
Should we
just
throw
feel
that rig in here? I'm just going to show viewers just so they get an idea of what we're doing here. You've got a 3-way swivel here, basically, and a slinky rig. And this is basically, you make these yourself.
Yeah,
Parachute
just make
cord,
them out. Parachute cord, some slingshot
BBs,
weights.
right?
Yeah, BBs.
4-pound leader, about 6 foot in length, and a size hook's that?
Number 12.
Number 12 hook.
Nice
Just
small
drifting along here, using the trolling motor.
Yeah,
Good
great job.
stuff, man. Came right off that little drop off there.
Just exactly like we're saying. Coming across those rocks, you feel it right there. Great
All right,
job.
I want to get my line and get one now.
All right, man, your turn.
Okay. Good tip here that might just save your life. Get yourself a good survival suit. The water temperature here on the Niagara River today is about 35 degrees. It's the middle of January. If you fall in there, you're not going to last very long. A life vest just isn't going to cut it for you. Get yourself a good survival suit. Might just save your life. Yeah, he feels a little better, Johnny. I didn't even get a chance to get my rod out there.
Definitely feels a bit better.
What color row bag did that one hit?
That one was, I think, still on the pink.
We've been using 2 different types of row, various different colored bags, and you're using salmon row. I was actually using the brown row
Right.
at that point.
It's a nice,
Nice
brown. Very nice brown.
Beautiful. You never know in the Niagara here what you're going to get. I
It's
mean,
definitely mixed bag this time of the year.
you've got browns, rainbows, and even Lakers, right?
And Lakers, absolutely. Lakers, they'll be in the river to spawn October, November, December, and even in January, like we are now, they'll hang around the river, and absolutely, you'll still pick them up.
You had a 12-pounder out here a couple of days ago,
Just a
didn't you?
couple days ago, I had a nice big one. Yeah.
See if we can get a net under this fish.
He's just not quite done. You know, these little guys are
I
pretty
know.
scrappy.
And we got to remember, even though he's using the, it looks like a heavy outfit, we're actually running 4-pound leaders here. So you got to take your time, set your drag properly, right?
Yeah.
Make sure that they can take line if they want to.
And the nice thing here is, you know, you got lots of time out here. You know, the boat's drifting. You're not
Yeah.
near anyone. You're not near shore. You just got to keep the boat in the right position. Take your time. That fish will tell you when it's done. He's almost there, and he's just going to come up here.
That sun seems to have helped a
There's a
little
nice
bit today.
little
That's a
shake there.
beautiful little brown man. I'll get it.
There you
There we go.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
that.
a beautiful.
That's
brown.
a clean fish too.
Oh, beautiful. Nice colors on it.
There you go. We've got the fish in the net. We're just going to simply let him go
And there he goes.
Straight down to the
Straight
bottom.
down to the bottom.
Good job, man.
Great
Beautiful
job, man.
brown.
Let's get back at it.
Let's do it. We're drifting, as you know, with the current. So what we'll do is we'll actually cast up ahead of the boat. I'll engage the reel and let that line drift down. What I'll do is I'll take a look at the graph, see what sort of depth we're in. If we're in about 15 feet, I'll make about a 15-foot cast and let that line slowly sink down. As I start feeling it hit the bottom, if my line's at an angle, I'll actually reel up a little bit and try and get that presentation as vertical as I can, but we're still making contact to the bottom. Because what you want to do with that slinky, you don't want it laying right down on the bottom. You just want the bottom of that weight just tapping along the bottom, if you can imagine. Oh, it's a nice one too,
Oh,
John.
yeah.
Oh,
Good
she's
one.
a
Nice
beast,
one, nice
mate.
one, nice one. Let me get that out of the way.
You grab that
Get
net there,
around.
buddy.
I'm going to get the net.
We're using very light leaders here,
Just bring the trolling motor around to the right there.
drifting with the trolling motor. Oh, actually, I'm not going to do that because it's coming this way. We'll get her in the net and then we'll control
that was
drift,
a
eh?
nice one, nice one. Just nice and easy. She's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
done yet.
No,
She's not
I
done.
know. It's going back down.
Yeah, she just.
You got to remember those 4-pound leaders, right? Little
That
hooks.
is a big,
What a
big
beautiful
female. Big,
rainbow.
oh.
Okay, you ready?
I don't know if she's gonna fit in the net.
You got it?
I got it. I got
Okay,
it. Oh
cool.
yeah.
Keep her up.
Oh yeah.
Is that a male or a
Big
female?
Female.
Female, eh?
Yeah. Big female.
Beautiful, mate.
Oh yeah, it's a beauty.
As I said earlier, we're using the trolling motor in conjunction with the graphs, controlled drifts, light leaders, row bags, and we're off to the races. And I'm sending the trolling motor. I'm sitting on the switch here and we're moving around. Beautiful. I'll get a bit excited here. That's a nice fish, eh?
That's a beautiful.
I'd like to get a picture of that fish, actually, if you don't mind. Let's get her in the boat here before she gets out of that net.
Absolutely.
Actually, if you just hold it up, I'll go grab the pliers there.
Got them right here.
What a beautiful rainbow.
I'm just gonna break you off here because it's gonna be
There we go.
wrapped around about 6 times.
Oh, is that right? I don't care, mate. You can break the line all you like. That's a beautiful fish.
CPR. Brought to you by Nikon Digital Cameras.
Okay?
Oh, absolutely. We'll get a great shot of that.
Perfect.
And smile.
I'm smiling.
There we go.
I'm definitely smiling.
A nice Niagara Steely. Great job, Sean. Great job.
Let's get her back in the water.
Okay, and it's just nice and easy.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay her right in the net here. And we're just going to lay her over the side here and let her revive. I don't think it's going to need much reviving, though.
Reviving. She is ready to go.
And then just let them slide out the net.
And she's just gonna
Beautiful. Look at that. Straight
Gone.
down.
The beautiful.
Beautiful.
job.
I'm going to slime
Oh,
you, mate.
absolutely.
The beautiful thing with these rubber nets, it doesn't take the slime
No,
off, eh?
they're beautiful. They sit nice in it. She just relaxes, and as soon as she hits the water, you just see her just
God.
taking right off.
Let's go
Beautiful.
get another one, my friend.
Beautiful,
All right, I'm
beautiful.
sliming you here.
That's all right.
It's time now for the Angler's View, brought to you by Pure Energy Rechargeable Batteries. Sean's rainbow trout inhaled a row bag on a U.S. drift. Let's dissect some of the factors involved here. The drift was approximately 20 feet from shore. John positioned the boat at the head of the pool in 15 feet of water. A distinct shelf between 2 deep holes was marked on the graph. The right side led out to the main drop-off, and the inner side led up onto a smaller shelf close to shore. Lines were cast upstream ahead of the boat and allowed to sink to bottom. The strike zone in this scenario was the secondary shelf. Depths ran from 15 feet at the head of the drift to 18 feet at the back end, where the river dropped off again. The active fish were relating to the scattered rocks and boulders. Less active fish were literally hugging the bottom tight to the structure. Slinky rigs are the most effective way to fish these fast currents. Try using 12-pound mainline, an 8-pound test dropper to your slinky, and a 6-foot 4 to 6-pound leader to your hook. The 8-pound dropper allows your line to break if the weight becomes snagged. An electric motor and good graph are a must. During repeated drifts in various areas, Sean observed boulders along certain points of the shoreline. This type of structure continues down into the water on the outer edges of the river. Remember, trout hold in areas that offer shelter from fast currents. Check for water clarity prior to your trip. Winds can stir up the shallow waters of Lake Erie, making the river muddy. Low visibility affects fish, making them harder to catch. Murky water conditions prevented us from getting underwater footage in this episode. For more information on subjects featured in today's show, log on to our website.
Some of these new suits now come with suspenders, and what that allows you to do, often you'll get out here and the sun will come up, it'll get warm, you can drop the suit down off your shoulders, and unlike with other suits that fall down to your ankles, you end up falling over, breaking your neck, these suspenders will stop it from doing that. However, in cold water like this, if you fall in and you're not wearing your suit properly, you're not going to float. So what I would highly recommend doing is getting yourself a good quality suit, and what they'll allow you to do is they have breathable pockets here. If you start getting hot, they've got them all over the suit here, and you'll see they're vented inside, and that'll stop your body overheating. It's trying to get a look at this fish. We're actually, one thing that's happened today, and one thing I want to point out, the water is very stained here today. Oh, it's a nice, looks like a male there. It's been in here a while. See the colors on that thing?
Beautiful colors.
But getting back to what I was saying, the water is very murky, right, John? It's usually a lot clearer than this.
Yeah, we were a little disappointed when we got down here this morning. Oh, that's just taking you right under the boat.
He's coming out the
He's
other
out the other side. Let me get the trolling motor and just kick you over.
No, you're okay.
Right.
He's back out here now.
Good.
He's up here.
Okay,
they really do pull.
He's
Considering
dark.
how cold this water is, they really do pull, don't they?
They sure do.
And
That's a dark fish. Like that fish there looks like he's been in the river probably a couple of weeks already.
yeah. It's so funny, eh? We've both been doing exactly the same thing all day, varying our different colored row bags. It just goes to show patience and a little experimentation with different drifts, different speed really pays off. And like I said, we've been doing the same thing, both of us all day. You had several fish in a row. I don't get any, then I get several fish in a row. It just goes to show, stick it out, you never know.
It's just not ready.
Whoa, got a jump there. I was wondering if that was going to happen. He's got some life, this guy.
He definitely does. He's a long fish. And,
Again, 4-pound leaders, man. You got to be careful. Right?
Absolutely. Got to keep it nice and smooth.
I guess another thing we should point out is where are we, man? We're in Niagara Falls. We launched out of Queenston, right across here. We're staying up the hill at the South Landing Inn, which is 2 minutes from the ramp.
2 minutes, you're right.
We're 5 minutes from Niagara Falls, and took us about an hour and a half to drive down from Toronto. I'm actually out in Pickering, so it took me a little bit longer, but I mean, pretty much every major city along the North Shores here. Yeah, you can hook him up with the net there.
There we go, just right in there, got it.
Now with the colors on the cheek like that, like you've got the silver fish and you've got the darker fish like this, why would this fish have the red cheek?
They seem to color up a lot more when they come in to breed. Some of these fish will start spawning as early as December. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tail release on it. So bring it down here like this, and he's gone like that. Yeah, so much for him. Yeah, good job.
Good job, Johnny. And you know the drifts here pretty well. John fishes the river quite a bit, which is why he's working the trolling motor. He knows these drifts a lot better than I do. You're watching the depth on the graph, obviously, right? And you're using the trolling motor just to keep nudging that nose around to keep the boat in the right place.
And a big factor down here as well is the wind. You're going to have the wind, sometimes going to be behind you, sometimes it's into you. You've got to make sure you're compensating for that as well. Make sure everything's sort of lining up so that that bag is just bouncing slowly off the bottom.
Okay, I'm going to do the tackle talk right here while we're drifting. John's going to keep fishing because it's just started to pick up, and I'm going to get back to the action in a minute. We're using a bait casting outfit, an 8'6" medium action steelhead rod. It's imperative to have these long rods when you're fishing light leaders like we are here today, so you can play those fish without breaking up. We've got a size 12 hook here. Been fishing row bags in yellow, orange, and pink colors. I've got a slinky rig with a 8-pound test dropper here onto a 3-way swivel rig, 4-pound test leader line, and 10-pound test main line. As always, don't forget your digital camera so you can get a picture of that trophy and get it right back in the water. Get yourself a survival suit. You're fishing out here in the winter, the water's cold, it could save your life. I'm getting back to the fishing. What away.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, whoa, look at this fish go.
Whoa.
What is that? Let me get over the side out your way here.
Holy smokes, that was a big run. That could be a laker there, you know?
You think so?
Well, when they take that one run like that,
Yeah.
sometimes he's not really shaking.
I'm going to go
much,
grab
he's
the
just
net
kinda,
just in case. It's a laker, isn't it? No, it's a big rainbow.
Big bow.
Oh my God, it's a big bow. Look at the size of that.
Huge one. Yeah, that would explain
That's
the big
a big
run.
rainbow trout.
That would definitely explain the big run.
The importance of using a graph and a trolling motor, right, John?
Oh, absolutely.
It's just absolutely imperative. It allows us to get such an accurate drift.
And You know, the
and
other
hook
thing
into a
too
fish
is,
like that. I'm going to change sides
yeah,
here.
and I was just going to say that. That's one of the things is let the fish tell you which side of the boat it wants to be on.
Exactly.
You know, if it wants to go that way, let it go. And I mean, you can see I'm pretty much right
He's
up
gonna
on the
jump
leader.
here, I
but
think.
I
No,
don't think so. That's
head
a
shake.
big fish for jumping.
Oh, let me come down here.
Oh,
He's going out. Oh, you're going to take...
right up and over.
Nearly took the cameraman out here.
Okay, I'm kind of
Right
have to
there,
come
Steve.
around on this one.
That's a beautiful fish, my friend.
That's a big, big bow. That is exactly what we're looking for, and that's what you're
Yeah.
typically see in here in the winter months. Is a nice big, and it's healthy.
I don't think she's
She's
ready yet.
definitely not ready, and I just
I'm just going to put the net right
I
here.
was almost thinking if I could take a rest here, I'd feel better about the whole thing.
What's that?
If I could have a rest,
Oh,
I'd
if you
feel
could
good.
have
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
You know, I'll get the line back eventually on it.
Yeah. Like you said, there's nothing to get caught up here. There's no snags really. Once they're up off the bottom, you're pretty much in open water here, and you're just basically drifting downstream. And
Yeah, and we're actually almost in a little bit of a back eddy right now.
yeah, I
and,
see we're spinning a little bit here.
Yeah, and I think I can.
Steve's probably cursing us right now because we got the sun right in the face of the camera there for him.
She's still not gonna.
But when you get a fish on like this, it's worth it. Let me tell you.
Just gotta be nice and patient. I think I'm gonna.
That's a
if
big
I can
fish.
just get her head up a little bit. There, almost. No.
Yeah,
no.
let me get down here. Oh, that's a big bow, man. That's a big bow. Not ready yet. No, we won't rush this fish. Take our time. Anyway, we're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Don't forget to log on to our website and post your fishing, camping, and outdoor pictures on the CPR section of our message board. If your picture is chosen as a runner-up, you could receive a brand new digital camera. Post your pictures today. You might just be our next winner.
There we go. We got it. Oh, just about fits
nice
in
job.
the net.
Nice job.
Beautiful fish, buddy.
Oh, big
beautiful
female.
fish. Niagara, rainbow trout in January.
Oh, it's been a great day. It had a little bit slow there in the middle, but it really turned on here in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And
Well, I got to
Beautiful.
tell you, man, thanks very much for coming on the show.
absolutely.
John Bertram, everyone, good mate of mine. And unfortunately, we're out of time. Sun's going down. We got to go. I'm Sean Rickard. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week for yet another urban outdoor adventure. Let's get this thing unhooked and get it back in the water.
Absolutely.
One good point here that John made. He looked down at the graph and said to me, no, anyway, that's bullshit. Start that again. I didn't even know where I was going with that, so just start it again.